Good morning, everybody. I'm happy to be back in my classroom. Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to do intro to Trig. But before we start intro to Trig, I want you guys to understand what this means right here. This, I'm going to abbreviate it for opposite. That's going to be our adjacent. This is going to be hypotenuse. And we're also going to learn about sine, cosine, and tangent. Okay? So, for intro to Trig, in order to use these, we need a 90-degree right triangle. Okay, has to have a 90 degree. As we all know, right triangle has to have a 90 degree. We also know that across from the 90 degree is always going to be your hypotenuse. Okay, that is always going to be, no matter if the triangle is facing the other way. Do this one again. Doesn't matter if it's facing this way. Your hypotenuse is always across from it. If it's like this, okay, your hypotenuse is always across from it, from the 90 degree, no matter how the triangle is set up. It's always across from your 90 degrees, the opposite side. Okay, now, let's say I have angle B right here. Let's label angle B there. Let's do angle A. And let's do angle C. Okay? These are three different angles that we're going to be working with. Now, when we first start with intro to trig, we need to find out which ones are opposite side and which ones are adjacent side. Okay? So, always, when we're working with any angle, let's say we're going to start with B. Okay? Our opposite side is always across from the angle. Okay? It's always across, opposite. Okay? Hence the name opposite. Okay? From angle B, opposite. Your adjacent side is always the one that's going to be touching the vertex right here. See this angle side, the vertex side? This is going to be your adjacent. Okay? From angle B. Okay? This is only from angle B. Hypotenuse is always going to stay the same no matter what angle you're working with. Okay, now, angle C. If I give you guys angle C, if I ask you which one's the opposite side of angle C, it's of course always opposite from this side right here. Opposite. Okay? So that's from angle C. Angle C, that's your opposite. The side right here is going to be your adjacent. Your adjacent. Okay? It's touching the vertex of the angle side right here. Okay? That's going to be adjacent, referring to angle C. Only from angle C, that's your adjacent, that's your hypotenuse. Now, if I want to start doing my ratios, okay, if I want to start doing my ratios, I'm going to say this, let's say this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Okay, those are the side lengths of those. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now if I want to start my ratios, if I ask you, what is the sine of B? Okay, what is the sine of B? We know that the sine of B is opposite over hypotenuse. That's where you get so. Sine, opposite, hypotenuse. Okay? Then we know that cosine of B it's equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, which is cosine adjacent hypotenuse. Okay? And then tangent equals, we know that is TOA, opposite over adjacent. Okay? Opposite over adjacent. Tan, opposite, adjacent. Okay? And that's how we start our trig ratios. Now, if I want to do sine of B, okay? Sine of B tells us that we need to get our opposite side, which is 4, over our hypotenuse, which is 5. Opposite over hypotenuse. 4 over 5. Okay? 4 over 5. Cosine of b, adjacent, is going to be 3 because, I'm sorry, adjacent, yeah, it's going to be 3. Okay? 3 over what? Our hypotenuse. 3 over 5. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse for angle B. Okay? That's what adjacent, hypotenuse, and that equals to 3. Our tangent is going to be opposite, which is 4, over adjacent, which equals to 3. Now, on these fractions, we cannot simplify them. If we were able to simplify them, go ahead and simplify them. But here, we cannot simplify them. We leave them as is. Okay, now, I want to change this up a little bit. Okay, I want the cosine now of C. Cosine of C. Okay, cosine of C, sine of C, okay, and tangent of C. Okay, rewrite this. Let me do this again. Sine of C equals cosine of C equals, and then tangent of C equals. Okay, so now we're working with angle C. Okay, we know that our sine equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite of C is 3 over 5. Okay, see how that works? 3 over 5. From angle C, 3 over 5. Now cosine of C is going to be our adjacent over our hypotenuse right here. Okay, adjacent over our hypotenuse. Adjacent for B, which is in purple, 4 over 5. 4 over 5. And then our tangent is going to be opposite over adjacent. Opposite, which is 3 over 4. Now, what do you guys notice here? Our sine of B. Our sine of B is also the same as cosine of B. Okay? See how these are the same thing? And guess what happened with sine of C? Isn't that the same as cosine of B? Isn't that the same right there? Cosine of B, sine of C. And then guess what happens here in tangent? They get flipped around, right? From cosine tangent of B, it gets flipped around to 3 over 4. 4 over 3. See how that is given? So in case I give you guys the tangent of C is 3 over 4, you guys should be able to give me the tangent of another angle. Okay? Whenever I give you guys any of these ratios. Because on your homework assignment, you will have a thing like that where I only give you this ratio, you have to figure out everything else. Okay? Remember, when I give you a decimal, like 0.6, you have to turn that into a fraction. Okay? 0.6 is also known as 2 over 10. 6 over 10, or 3 over 5. Okay? So remember, you need to turn your decimals, in case I give you decimals, into fractions in order for this to work. Okay? So if you guys have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Please email me. You could do the video chat, or you could do Google Classroom. And I'll be answering all your questions. Have a great day, guys. Bye.